Good morning, everybody. How are we all doing today? How are we? Welcome. Today is Tuesday? Tuesday, the last day of February. I hope everybody is having a wonderful, wonderful day. We are slowly but surely getting everything put together here for the show. So bear with us as we keep going here. We're going to adjust this here just a fuzz. Yeah, not bad. So welcome everybody to the show. I hope everybody had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I know I did. I know it's been a little bit. We have been getting some things going here. We have a lot of stuff. I mean, every show that we have that we're doing is going to be jam-packed in the end. So can't complain. Like I said, a lot of stuff. I mean, it has been definitely interesting to say the least. I became a great uncle. I mean, I already knew I was great, but no, one of my nieces just had their baby. So, congratulations. Adorable little thing, I mean, you can't really say much other than that. I mean, baby's healthy, baby's good. Saw some messages about it. It's like, sweet. So we are now great aunts and great uncles here in the household. But there is so much to go on today. It is actually really, really interesting. You're going to see me kind of bouncing around here with my facial cues today. In the process, like I said, we are getting everything going here to completely streamline everything as best that we can. But at the same time, right now doing this just as a one-person gig. Okay, so we have like 12 different things going on across all of our monitors. We got a lot of stuff going on each of them. So it's making sure this is running good, this is running good. And then even off camera over on this side, we have just our basic news going. Okay. Because not only do we talk about things here that do get pushed under the rug, we also try and keep up on what's going on. There is a lot of stuff going on in the news right now by itself. So little things that pop up that, if we ever feel the need that we need to, tell you guys, we're going to. Okay. But this is one of those things that it's like we want to focus on these little things. We want to focus on stuff that gets pushed under the rug. We want to focus on small businesses. We want to focus on entrepreneurs. We want to highlight them, put them in the spotlight, give them positive vibes, feedback, everything that we possibly can. So, alrighty. First up on the plate today, we are officially, thank God, we are officially out of Brady Watch. We are officially out now, so we can rest easy knowing that Tom Brady is now officially retired from the NFL. Okay, it was announced over the weekend, officially, contracts and everything, that he will start the 2024 season as a commentator. He ended up signing like a 10-year deal for $300 million or something like that. It was a ridiculous amount. But we will not see him officially on the field anymore after this. So if you're a Colts fan, if you're any type of sports fan, you're like, oh, thank God he's finally retired. But no, as I've said, we've been following this over the last couple of shows that you can find here on YouTube, you can find on Spreaker.com, that it was going to be interesting because he says he's retired, then he didn't, came back for another year, then he says he's retired. Is he really retired? But now we can officially say that the man is retired, at least from the athletic part of it. You've seen a lot of people that they go from playing to commentary, so that's not something out of the ordinary. But I don't know, the dude's got a 10-year deal for a plethora of cash. I mean, it is ridiculous. He's still going to be eligible for the 2028 Hall of Fame, NFL Hall of Fame. So we don't have much other than that because it's going to be 5 years, 4 years, 5 years, depending on how you look at it. But as I said before, with this, he's going to be a shoo-in on the very first try. If he doesn't get in on the very first try, I will be very, very shocked, especially if he doesn't even headline it. If he's not the biggest name that's on that 2028 run, then so help me. That will be a culture shock for me just by itself, because the man, love him or hate him, the man is awesome. Okay. The man definitely can play, and I will give him all the credit in the world, just as much as I bash him so much because of he would always annihilate the Indianapolis Colts every single time. I think we only beat him like once or twice. I mean, it was so lopsided. We would always choke with him when it came to playing against him. So, good for him. We are no longer in Brady Watch, so we don't got to worry about that. All right. So, we also look at national things. Okay, got a couple of things here for you. This is actually really good because you can never go wrong with a Florida man story. You can never go wrong with it. How many times do you have headlines reading, Florida man does blah, 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 blah. Florida woman does blah, 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 blah. You see it, we saw it a lot a few years back, and now we catch some good ones every now and then. This one I've been holding on to for a couple of days, maybe a week now, trying to figure out where to piece it in. But the stories are great when you have a Florida man or a Florida woman. The stories become epic when you have a Florida couple. Okay, the Florida couple. All right, so you can never go wrong with these. Florida couple was found, or caught, I should say. Florida couple was caught selling golden tickets to heaven. I'm going to let that soak in for a second, okay? Florida couple was caught selling tickets into heaven. Okay, for the record, I'm a religious person. Okay, I go to church, I believe, things of that nature. So when I saw something like this, I had to sit there and kind of take in the title of the article before I started reading it, because it was like one of those, huh? It was one of those just random, obscure things. Okay. So this couple gets caught selling golden tickets into heaven, $99 a ticket, saying that they were gold-plated, that when you get to heaven, present it at the pearly gates and they will let you right in. Yeah. Okay. So, they arrested the couple. When asked the man what he was doing, the man's response, and I had to write this down because I just needed to be able to give it verbatim as to what's going on. Florida man states, and I quote, "Jesus gave them to me behind the KFC so I could get some money to go to outer space. I'm going to sell tickets to heaven so I can go to outer space." Okay. This is definitely one of those weird ones, and it just keeps getting better. Okay. Some guy named Frankie the Alien said that he would take them to outer space to his home planet in his flying saucer, and his planet is made entirely of drugs. That's what everybody was waiting for right there, I hope. Alien will take them to their home planet made entirely of drugs. Yeah. So, when the cops went to arrest them, they confiscated all their paraphernalia. They had over $10,000 in cash, drug paraphernalia, obviously, because if they're going to a planet made of drugs, obviously they need to have some drugs here. Don't know what kind of drugs they were on. Article didn't say, but it was probably some good ones, not going to lie. And to round it all off, a part of that, over $10,000 in cash, drug paraphernalia, and a baby alligator. A baby alligator. Now, I've heard stories that, alligators are very common in Florida, but to have a baby alligator in your own possession, I hope they realized that it was an alligator and they didn't think it was like a dog or a cat. I mean, you don't know when it comes to this stuff, okay? You don't know. But Florida couple, come on, guys. Selling tickets to heaven for $100. Like I said, I've been holding on to this article for as long as I did, just because you reread it over and over and over again, and it doesn't make a lick of sense. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever as to what was going through their minds, because probably nothing much was because of all the drugs they were on. But to go from selling tickets to get people into heaven to a baby alligator being confiscated from their possession. Okay, then. I have literally no idea what to make of that. So it's insane. Let's peek over here real quick, see what's going on, if anything big. Nope, nothing right now. Okay, cool. Guys, I've been telling you, I told you at the beginning of this show that, there's a lot of stuff going on. Just everywhere. Okay. And that's why I'm keeping kind of an eye on the television screen over here to my right, just because you don't know. I mean, the last 3-4 weeks, there's been so much stuff going on that has just been bombarding the news, the mainstream media, that things like, Brady Watch kind of skates by. The Florida couple just kind of skates by. And especially this next one, it's our feel-good moment for the day. I cannot begin to imagine what this family was going through, just because I don't know. I've never been put into that position before. Myself, the lovely missus. Man needed a kidney. After 8 months of secrecy, father wakes up in the hospital because he was able to get a new kidney from his anonymous donor, who ended up being his 25-year-old daughter. That just makes you feel good. Family sticks together with it. You can never go wrong. You can never, ever go wrong. I don't know the full details about it, but at the same time, that was the title of the article. And then you know how on Facebook they have the little captions that say, you know, a quote from the person that, you know, I was crying from what the dad said when he found out that the anonymous donor was his 25-year-old daughter. Okay. You know, that, and that's just great that they were able to find the match. I've heard that, okay, that a lot of people, like with their kids are always the closest matches that they have in situations like this. But to actually see it, it's just like that's our feel-good moment for the day. Okay, that's our feel-good. Can't go wrong with that. Okay, so, and the fact that they were able to keep it anonymous. I mean, obviously mom had to have something to do with that, you know, I would think. But to keep it anonymous for 8 months, and then at the very end, hey, by the way, did it. You know, that's just great. I love it. I love seeing articles like that throughout the day, because it shows that there's still some good in society. There's still some good people. Okay. In a world full of bad, in a world full of destruction, I mean, as you guys can tell, this is just one of those that just puts a little bit of hope back into society. Just puts a little bit back in. Okay. So, alrighty, guys. So, moving right along. One of our big announcements that we have coming this week. I don't have a drum roll set up, so picture a drum roll inside your head. All right. So, as I told you guys at the very beginning, we are not just doing this. Okay. This is going to be the part of it. Okay. We are also getting into production. There are a bunch of different things that you're going to see on charliefoxtrotradio.com when you go to it. There are going to be a bunch of different things with small businesses, with entrepreneurs, with authors that are self-published that are trying to get a name for themselves. There's a lot of stuff that we're going to be putting on. Not just talking about, you know, fun articles throughout the day. This is, yes, it's February, but one of our big announcements that we have is that coming in October, we are going to be bringing back the old school 31 Days of Halloween. Okay. If you guys remember, if you're in my generation, okay, anybody that's in their 30s or 40s for that matter, if you remember back in the day, you had the awesome 31 Days of Halloween, where you had like the goosebumps and just all these little, like, it's like they tried to like reinvent like the Twilight Zone, but like on a spooky scale. We are going to set up writing, producing, doing shows every single day throughout October leading up to Halloween, because for one, Halloween is one of my most favorite times of the year. I love seeing people dress up. It's just fun. Okay, not just because of the candy. Okay, candy's good too, but the whole that time of year I always get a kick out of. So we are going to start writing and producing the shows this summer to release every single day over the course of October, from October 1st to October 31st. Okay, so what that means, what we need then, is I'm going to be looking, the lovely Mrs. is going to probably have a part in this, even though she kind of doesn't. Hey, honey, guess what? We're going to be looking for at least 18 authors that can submit a short 30 to 40 page story for consideration. Spooky. Okay, we're not going back to like, and I only bring this up just because I was watching it the other day, not like how RoboCop was. Okay, just like the gore and the epic nature of it. Okay, we'll probably hug it just a little bit, hug up to it, but we're not going to go that far. Okay, but we're going to look for at least 18 or so authors that can submit a 30 to 40 page story to the company for consideration, and we're going to go from there. We're still working out some of the details about it, because this is going to be a huge endeavor that we're going to be undertaking over the course of the next couple of months, not just because of what it is, because this is something that we do on a regular basis. Okay, context purposes, this, setting this up, doing audio, video, sound, that is something that I've been doing for a couple of years now. So doing this isn't difficult. It's going to be the scale. I mean, we're going to be putting together 31 short stories, almost films, that we're going to produce over the summer to release in the fall for you guys. Okay. And I say that we're looking for, 18 or so authors is because when you help somebody else succeed, it makes you feel good. It's like another feel-good moment, okay? I'm not doing all of this just to, try and make $1 million. I don't want to be the next Mr. Beast. I don't want to be the next Slapped Ham channel, on YouTube, okay? And if you guys don't know what Slapped Ham is, this is, just free publicity for them at the same time. If you like spooky stories, if you like scary stories, if you like videos that make you kind of cock your head and go, what did I just see? What did I just witness? That is something that you guys need to check out. Again, it goes back to the whole 31 Days of Halloween stuff that I enjoy, just kind of make you go, huh? But we already have in line 13 different stories that we're going to be producing here in-house, okay? So if you are an author, if you know an author, have them reach out to us through the website, and we can get some conversations rolling, okay? But that is one of our big things that we're going to be looking at is come Halloween, we're going to be bringing back some of the original 31 Days of Halloween. So, alrighty, guys. I think that is going to hit us for the day. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. We're going to see you bright and early tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. God bless. Have a wonderful one.